Governor Soludo resolves to go after killers of late lawmaker Okoye. ACSPN holds a Maiden Empowerment Series 2022 in Awka. ASU mobilizes members for two-day NLC Solidarity Rally next week. Global warming, parts of China to experience very high temperatures. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround and maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good morning. Welcome to the Breakfast News on EBS Television. My name is Priska Wanko. The governor of Anambra State, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, has said that investigations into the mother of former member of the Anambra State House of Assembly, Dr. Okechukwu Okoye, is still ongoing and will not end until everyone was suspected to be connected to the heinous crimes brought to book. Governor Soludo stated this when he paid his last respect to the former lawmaker who represented Agwata 2 constituency during a funeral mass held in his honor at St. Patrick's Catholic Church in Sofia, Agwata Council area. Government House correspondent A.G. Kabana filed this report taken from here.
According to the emotionally laden governor, who expressed sympathy with the family, the church, Isofa community, and the entire state, the murder of the lawmaker is a personal matter to him, as he was his adopted political son, and stated that 8 suspects have been arrested and are already in custody, asking communities to start looking inwards to identify the gunmen in their territories. He advocated for Operation Know Your Tenants, starting from Isofia as a sort of land cleansing, revealing that the State Assembly had already written to the Independent National Electoral Commission on the need to conduct a by-election in the constituency that will complete the tenure of the former lawmaker.
Mr. Patrick Ndono, Anambra Ndono, una sipo ando, kasi ando, makana, onyo una Anambra, na kanjo mekoma, anabia mizo, kwani kwa ya kupromono.
The burial mass celebration, which was presided over by Cardinal nominee and Catholic Bishop of Ekulobia Diocese, Most Reverend Peter Obaleke, also had a number of Catholic clergy in attendance. Earlier in a homily, Most Reverend Obaleke explained that though the righteous die untimely, they will have rest in the Lord, and said that reward awaits every good work, reminding Christians that they will give account to God, who is the righteous judge. Bishop Obaleke, who highlighted the lessons in the demise of Dr. Okoye, called on the congregation to be eternally vigilant and prepared at all times, pointing out that God is always interested in giving every sinner another chance to right every wrong.
Isoko, make good use of the time and opportunity you have now. Our father, our politician, our sister, now is the opportunity. If you are born, you will step up our engagement. India is the law, no operated. Anyone can use the law. So we should go to them, but no one knows operated. But also, Chineke, na Chapazia, na Goro, Yembo, Igusu, well,
the lawmaker was gruesomely murdered alongside his aide in May this year.
Anambra State government will embark on the demolition of illegal structures and removal of unserviceable vehicles on roads across all the local government areas of the state. A press release signed by the Commissioner for Ministry of Local Government, Chieftaincy and Community Affairs, Honorable Tony Collins, Wabawani, said the exercise, which will commence by the 1st of August 2022, will be a continuous one until sanitary returns on roads and proper approval also gotten before the erection of any building. According to the release, any defaulter whose vehicle is towed by the state government as a result of non-compliance will be meant to pay a huge penalty before recovery. The public are therefore advised to comply and treat this information as very important. Association of Communication Scholars and Professionals of Nigeria, ACSP, and Anambra State Chapter has held its Maiden Empowerment Series 2022 in Awka. The event, held at the Godwin Ezemo International Press Center, Awka, was attended by communication scholars, professionals, and students. Correspondent Njideka Okori reports that while addressing the gathering, Anambra State Commissioner for Information, Sir Paul Musu, described the theme of the empowerment program, stemming the tide of insecurity in Nigeria, the role of the media as apt, considering the fact that insecurity is rife in Nigeria, and it is incumbent on the media to stem the tide by properly applying the vital tenets of information, education, and entertainment. The reports.
The Information Commissioner explained that there is need to use the courts to control unprofessional journalists who perpetrate the spread of fake news on the social media as a way of reducing insecurity. Speaking, the national president of the association, Professor Omaru Pate, who spoke through the Southeast Vice President of ASPAN, Professor Ifeanyi Sude, while pronouncing the theme as essential because of the present level of insecurity in the country, explained that the media, in line with its avowed responsibilities of informing, educating, and entertaining the public, have been in the vanguard of reporting and profiling solutions on how to stem the tide of insecurity.
What is this unbundling of mass communication? And when you say that something is being unbundled, it means that some things were locked together. Isn't it? Yes. Now, the main reason for unbundling mass communication is that communication industry has expanded tremendously.
In his opening remark, the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, APGA, and former Chief Judge of Anambra State, Justice Peter Umade, who was the chairman on the occasion, commended the efforts of the association in coming up with the empowerment program and stressed the role and importance of the media in ensuring security of lives and property in the country.
I think it is important that the journalists point their searchlights on where the leakages are coming from, and do not hide anybody, do not protect anybody, and don't forget that one of the ethics of journalism is that you have to act independently.
Earlier in her address, the state chairman of the association, Mrs. Ifeobi, who appreciated all present at the event, said the association is an umbrella body of academics and practitioners in the communication industry, with the aim of supporting the growth of communication scholarship, training, and practice in Nigeria. A board member of the association and Deputy Vice Chancellor, Paul University, Awka, Professor Stella Okunna, thanked God for the feats the association has achieved and urged journalists to rise up to the challenge of insecurity through their reports, bearing in mind the ethics of the profession to help government and the people experience security consciousness.
We should rise up. They have a big job to do in insecurity reporting. It's also called crisis management. By the way they report, they can either escalate or give kudos to criminals and insecurity conscious people. By the way they report, they can also help the government and the people to be security conscious and make sure things are going well. The media and journalists should also rise and report, bearing in mind the ethics of their profession.
Others present at the event were the Vice Chancellor, Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka, Professor Charles Esimone, represented by Professor Harry Obinwosu. Anambra State Commissioner for Culture, Entertainment and Tourism, Honorable Don Onyenji, Managing Director of Anambra Broadcasting Service, Mr. Chido Obidegu, former Commissioner for Basic Education, Professor Keito Menoya, and APGA State Chairman, Sir Norbert Obi, represented by Mr. Emma Adibe, among others. In Awka, Njideka Okoye, ABS News.
A one-day training, a sensitization and agro-awareness creation on climate-smart agricultural practices Mitigation and adaptation has ended with an advice to farmers to be adequately informed of weather forecast before embarking on any farming activity. The training, which took place at the Agricultural Development Program ADP Hall in Awka, attracted rice and cassava farmers, extension agents, liaison officers, and members of the state program management units. Agri correspondent Ebeleze takes the story from here.
Declaring the training open, the State Program Coordinator, Federal Government IFAD VCDP, Mr. Nnamdi Agwucha said that the training was aimed at bequeathing to the farmers the requisite knowledge on weather forecasts and benefits of insurance to further protect the millions of naira worth of farm inputs recently disbursed to them, while urging them to protect their farms against natural disasters to have a fallback. Mr. Agwucha announced that the federal government has paid 50% of their insurance cover, state government 25%, remaining their own 25%, which according to him is about 2,000 naira per hectare.
For a farmer who has a life scale, what you do is to kneel down and pray. Ask God to send that rain. It's possible. Yeah.
Contributing, the State Agri Production Officer, Federal Government IFAD VCDP, Mr. Emmanuel Chukwukwelu, who regretted that the present climate change is greatly devastating farming activities, urged the participants to step down the knowledge garnered to other members of their cooperative societies and clusters.
Hence, we are giving you these things, opportunities, so that you will know what you must do.
Speaking on mitigation and adaptation measures, the branch manager, Nigerian Agricultural Insurance Corporation, OCA, Mrs. Susan Agbala-Onyenwife, disclosed that about 4 million naira indemnity was paid to Anambra State farmers last farming season because, according to her, there was no flooding. Mrs. Agbala-Onyenwife charged farmers to always keep an accurate record of their farming activities and report to their office within 72 hours after disaster for easy and speedy claim.
We have crop insurance, we have livestock insurance, we have storage, warehousing, we have multi-purpose, multi-peril covers for insurance. So we'll talk of crop. In crop insurance, what do we cover in crop insurance? We cover rice, cassava, maize, all the arable crops, we cover it. And what you pay is just a token, or 2% of your value of investment. 2% of the sum you invested for that crop is what you pay to us, and your farm is covered.
The officer in charge, Nigerian Meteorological Agency, OCA, Mr. Nnamdi Nweze, while taking participants on review of the 2020 Nigerian Meteorological Agency weather forecast as it affects each local government area, asked them to ascertain the yearly weather forecast to know the length of planting period and amount of rain to avoid drought and disaster. Some of the participants, including Mrs. Ngozi Okpaleke, a rice and cassava farmer from Abodo, Orumba South local government area, Emmanuel Okonkwo, cassava farmer from Obaro, and Mrs. Olivia Adiole, also a cassava farmer from Ihiala local government area, described the training as an eye-opener. The training featured a question and answer session. In Awka, Ebeleze, ABS News.
The Managing Director of Anambra State Investment Promotion and Protection Agency, ANSIPA, Dr. Ifediorama Amobi, has called on potential investors to take advantage of the conducive business environment in Anambra State to invest in it. Speaking on ABS radio and television program 20 Minutes of Hour in Awka, Dr. Amobi maintained that Governor Chukwuma Soludo has created a wonderful business environment to enhance business transactions, charge affluent individuals, especially those of Anambra State extraction, to bring a fraction of their investment to Anambra State for enhanced development of the state. Dr. Amobi listed some of the incentives the government has mapped out for investors who are interested in developing Anambra State, said that adequate security has been provided by Governor Chukwuma Soludo for enhanced security of life and property of the citizenry. The managing director of Anambra State Investment Promotion and Protection Agency said that the agency, as a one-stop shop for the industrial development of Anambra State, disclosed that they have carried out a series of sensitizations aimed at wooing prospective investors on how to invest and have their investments protected in Anambra State. Dr. Amobi said that he is operating an open-door policy with the purpose of accommodating investors who are serious and keen in developing Anambra State. He called on Anambra to continue with their support and prayers to Governor Chukwuma Soludo to enable him deliver on his mandates. The Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, is mobilizing members nationwide for the two-day solidarity rally being spearheaded by the Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC, to support the ongoing strike by the lecturers. Disclosing this to reporters over this weekend, the national president of ASU, Professor Emmanuel Osodeke, said ASU, as an affiliate of NLC, would mobilize its members for the two-day rally slated for next Tuesday and Wednesday. Recall that ASU has been on strike since February 14 this year over some demands from the government. The federal government later set up the Professor Nimi Briggs-led committee to renegotiate the 2009 agreement endorsed by the union and the FG. Government is saying that it cannot meet the financial obligations required to implement some aspects of the agreement, while ASU is accusing the government of not according priority to education. The President General Umunya Development Union, Chief Innocent Nwabweze, says empowering the youth of Anambra State is one of the major programs of the Professor Soludo-led administration. He stated this at Iloba Ajapmana Village Square during the distribution of motorcycles to beneficiaries of Ajapmana Progressive Union Youth Empowerment Scheme. Details and more on this report from here.
According to Chief Nwabweze, if the youth of Anambra State are empowered, they will become viable and in positions to pay taxes. This will go a long way in expanding the revenue profile of Anambra State. He charged the beneficiaries to make judicious use of the motorcycle as it is not expected to be used for criminality, while expressing regret that certain group of people are deviating from the core values for which the people of Umunya were known. In his speech, the chairman of Ajapmana Progressive Union, Mr. Mike Ilora, said his administration embarked on the motorcycle distribution project free of charge as a way of keeping the young people busy and economically viable, while assuring that in the next 3 months, some of the youths will be provided with the necessary skills through mentorship for self-reliance, since it is better to teach a man how to fish instead of giving him fish. Ms. Ilora sued for peace among the people of the village, stressing the villagers had spent quality time and resources in litigation, stating that the money wasted in litigations could be channeled into useful ventures. Also speaking, a former deputy director in the state civil service, Mr. Tony Anachunam, said he chose to identify with the village executive because of their progressive ideas, adding that the empowerment scheme is a veritable instrument for self-reliance and sustainability. He charged the beneficiaries to make good use of the motorcycle as it will go a long way in earning them decent livelihood.
Chairman of Ajapmana and his lieutenants. But I am more thank you very much and God bless all of you in Jesus' name.
One of the beneficiaries, Mr. Ebuka Ekigwe, said he will make good use of the motorcycle. A total of 10 brand new Kimco motorcycles were given out.
Parts of China are set to experience soaring temperatures over the next 10 days as a heat wave takes hold. In some provinces, authorities are predicting levels to rise at least to 40 degrees centigrade, and the national government has warned that forest fires could occur. In Zhejiang, in the southeast, some cities are issuing red alerts, the highest warning. The province normally experiences temperatures in the high 20s in July, but this year, local authorities are warning of 40 degrees centigrade in the next 24 hours. To deal with the hot spells, many in China turn to air conditioning in their homes, offices and factories. However, it could cause trouble for the national power grid. Demand could reach a new high over the summer, and the Ministry of Emergency Management has warned that safe operations would face a severe test. The Speaker of the Anambra State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Uche Okafor, has assured that the House will sustain its relationship with the immediate family of late Honorable Okechukwu Okoye, who was gruesomely murdered by kidnappers in May this year. House of Assembly correspondent Chukwemeka Modelim reports that the Speaker gave the assurance during the burial ceremony of the late Okoye at his country home, Ozala, Isuofia, in Agwata local government area. Right Honorable Okafor encourages immediate family, siblings, constituents, and the entire people of the Isuofia community to be strong, as Anambra State House of Assembly would take care of the family of the deceased so that they would not feel the impact of the vacuum created by his death. The Speaker also spoke of the commitment to the state government and law enforcement agents to fish out the killers of the late Honorable Okoye and make them face the full wrath of the law. On his part, the brother of the deceased, David Okoye, said they are still in shock over the untimely death of their beloved and appreciated the members of the Anambra State House of Assembly for the honor they accorded him. Among the dignitaries that graced the occasion were Governor Chukwuma Soludo, Cardinal nominee and Bishop of Ekulobia Catholic Diocese, Most Reverend Peter Obaleke, the Deputy Governor of Anambra State, Dr. Onyeka Chukwu Ibezim, members of Anambra State House of Assembly, State Executive Council. Remember, you can follow news and program on ABS in many parts of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television or follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. And do log on to our website. It's www.absradiotv.com. To end the news this morning, a quick recap of the main points. Governor Soludo has resolved to go after killers of late lawmaker Okoye. ACSPN has held the Maiden Empowerment Series 2022 in Awka. ASU has mobilized members for two-day NLC Solidarity Rally next week. Global warming, parts of China to experience very high temperatures. Here is the special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. That ends the breakfast news on ABS Television at this time. Thanks for watching. My name is Priska Wonko. Good morning and have a happy Sunday.